Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I wanted to touch on the initial election results that we're getting here on March 10, 2020. Looking good for Biden out of the gate. If you'd like to track these numbers for yourself with the resource that I'm using, I'll link it right at the top of the video description. Based on what the exit polls were telling us, the states of Mississippi as well as Missouri have already been called for the former Vice President Joe Biden. And I'm also here to say that it seems extremely likely that Michigan is probably going to be going to Joe Biden as well. It has not been called, but the reason why I think it's pretty straightforward that Biden is going to go on and win the state of Michigan is because let's just take a look at an area like Kent County. So Bernie Sanders, it's a very populous area. He's winning by about 5 percentage points. You might think, well, that's pretty decent. But if we go back to 2016 and his election against Hillary Clinton, this is a county that he won by about 25 percentage points. So you can see quite a significant shrinking in that gap. Another one, let's take a look at Washtenaw. I believe this is where the University of Michigan is. Bernie Sanders in that area right now, he's ahead by 6 percentage points. We go back to 2016, and this was a county that he won by 12 percentage points. And it's that way across the board, essentially, with every single county. Sanders is not doing as well with the margin that he had in his very close victory over Hillary Clinton in that 2016 matchup. So with that being the case, it would seem like Joe Biden is very likely to go on and carry the all-important state of Michigan. And something that I think isn't being discussed as much as it probably warrants is the fact that we don't have a competitive primary on the Republican side this go-around in 2020 for the presidential race. So with that being the case, in a lot of these states that have open primaries or independents can choose which side they want to go to, or the Republicans can even decide that they want to participate in the Democratic primary, then they have the option to do that. So we're actually seeing quite a bit of higher turnout among voters over the age of 65, which is generally the type of voters that you get in these primaries as opposed to the general election, where younger people turn out a bit more in those, in contrast to the primaries. So these older voters, they don't really have anything to vote on the Republican side. They know Trump is going to be the nominee, so they're crossing over, voting in the Democratic primaries. At least this is my take on it. And this is an age demographic of voter that's much more likely to go to Joe Biden than Bernie Sanders. So when we see these numbers that it shows in relation to 2016, the vote over the age of 65 is quite a bit higher. This is the reason why I think that's playing out. I don't think that's the only reason that Joe Biden is going on and winning this thing, and rather convincingly at this point in time, but it's potentially a contributing factor. So those are the 3 states that we're seeing thus far. It looks like Joe Biden's going to be able to pick up each of them. And then we also have Democrats abroad, the state of North Dakota, which is a caucus. We have Idaho and Washington, which were caucuses in 2016, and they're going to be primaries this time around in 2020. So their polls are going to close later on. So again, if you'd like to track this election for yourself, the results that we get through the rest of the night, I'll link this particular resource right at the top of the video description. And when we get closer to having the full results and start getting an idea of how many pledged delegates the candidates are going to get, I'll update you guys with some more videos, as well as recapping the predictions that I had made coming in to these elections. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. And again, if you have not already done so, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel for more election coverage. And I hope to see you guys back here for my next video.